YouTube Niner Empire, what is going down? Welcome back to another video. I'm actually going to move you guys over here because there is a fan that you guys might hear to the right of me. But anyways, we have some NFL news because this morning when I was sleeping, Todd Gurley signed a one-year contract with the Atlanta Falcons. So Todd Gurley, Georgia native, went to University of Georgia to play college football. That's where he really made a name for himself. And now he's going back to Atlanta, Georgia, and he's going to be playing for the Falcons. So this deal is still pending a physical. So obviously how NFL's, signings work, you have to pass that physical before you can actually, before the deal is like pretty much official. Therefore, it's still pending a physical, and that might take some time considering the coronavirus pandemic. So it just really depends on when this physical is or when Todd Gurley is allowed to take the physical, because obviously with travel being a big part in the coronavirus pandemic, I just don't know how easy it's going to be for Todd Gurley to fly down to Atlanta and get that physical. So the Rams obviously cut Todd Gurley yesterday. I made a video on that. If you guys haven't seen that, go watch that. I think it's my recent video, my most recent video, below this one. So it wasn't even 24 hours before the Falcons signed him. So the Falcons had already had talks with the Rams about acquiring Todd Gurley via trade. Nothing came through. There was no deal that was made. I guess they couldn't find a trade partner for Todd Gurley, so they ended up just releasing him, which works out better for the Falcons anyway, because you don't have to give up anything to get him except pay him. But with a one-year deal, Todd Gurley, why would you pass a one-year deal up on a Todd Gurley anyway? So it just doesn't make sense. Or it really makes sense. It does make sense, not doesn't make sense. It does make sense for the Atlanta Falcons to give Todd Gurley a one-year deal, considering the questions about his knee. So, like I told you guys in the video that I made when Todd Gurley was cut, I told you guys that arthritis is one of the major issues, especially with a running back in the NFL, injury-wise. Now, what I mean by that is when you have a knee issue and your job is to run the football, that's not a good match, because for one, it's just going to take more toll on your knees. And obviously, when that happens, it could decrease your longevity in the NFL. So I don't think Todd Gurley is going to be able to play as long as he envisioned when he first got into the league, given the issues with his knees. So at the end of the day, Todd Gurley, he's still a great running back, whether he's got those knee issues or not. And I think it just comes down to them taking it one at a time, or 1 year at a time, really, for Todd Gurley and his representatives. But the whole thing about, the Rams releasing him, it wasn't necessarily only about the cap. The Rams questioned his knee as well, and they don't think that Todd Gurley is going to be able to play as long as, he envisions as they envisioned. So there's more than just the cap penalty that went more into why the Rams traded Todd Gurley. So it comes down to a lot of things, but really for the Falcons, it's a great pickup because they lost Devontae Freeman. A year ago, they lost Tevin Coleman. My 49ers picked him up. And so really, they went from having two, really good running backs to not a running back on the roster to having Todd Gurley. So it was definitely an upgrade for them. But at the end of the day, like I said, those knee issues are super serious, and it's nothing to be, it's nothing to take, it's nothing to take not serious. So Todd Gurley, you hope the guy has the best of his career, but you just don't know, because given the issues with his knee, I don't think he projects a 25 carry workhorse moving forward. So I don't know. But the Atlanta Falcons could also use Todd Gurley in a different situation. They could use him, more than just getting carries, and that's what the Rams did. But the Rams, they ran with Todd Gurley, And that could be a factor into why Todd Gurley's knees acted up as bad as they did. So, at the end of the day, he's going to pair, right now, he's going to pair with Ito Smith and Brian Hill in the Atlanta Falcons backfield. So, obviously, Todd Gurley will be RB1 in Atlanta. But I'm going to guess that Todd Gurley's not going to get that many carries or as much carries as, he did with the LA Rams. I just don't see it, because if you want Todd Gurley on the field as much as you can possibly have Todd Gurley on the field, you have to mix it up, and you have to make Todd Gurley a X factor on different types of plays other than just, running the football. So I'm sure the Atlanta Falcons will use Todd Gurley in a way that they feel is necessary with the knee issues, but at the end of the day, you really can't help that Todd Gurley has those issues, or that injury to his knees, and I don't know. We'll see how he plays with Atlanta. But I told you guys in the video when I told you, or when I made the video on the Rams releasing him, I told you guys that the Atlanta Falcons would be among teams that would be a perfect fit. The Colts. So I had, in the back of my mind, I just kind of figured Dan Quinn would have made a move like this, because, he's going to come at a cheaper cost than, the 2016, 2017 Todd Gurley, and he's going to be, he's still good. I'm not taking anything from him. It's just that with a knee issue, it's just going to take more of a toll, especially since he's a running back. So, Atlanta Falcons ink Todd Gurley to a 1-year deal just shortly after he was released by the LA Rams. Let me know what you guys think of this move in the comment section down below. Leave a like on this video, and I'll be updating you guys throughout the whole week and throughout rest of free agency with NFL news. So subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.